the salt glaze tradition originated in Germany and traveled via England to New England, and then migrated south with the settlers to North Carolina at about the sort of turn of the 18th and 19th centuries, and developed its own distinctive appearance as a result of the groundhog kilns, like the one down at Jugtown, which produced these wonderful rivulets of ash on the shoulders of the pots. That tradition resembles, coincidentally, some pots from Southeast Asia. And so you've got a very interesting mix of aesthetics that are attractive and appealing and can be made current. And in addition to that salt glaze tradition, there's also what's known as the Southern alkaline glaze tradition, which is an ash glazed that has its origins in China. And what's intriguing about that glaze is that through writings of a French Jesuit priest who is based in China, the glaze recipes were known by some members of the South Carolina pottery community, and they began formulating some reproductions of those glazes back in the early part of the 19th century. And they had Chinese glazes on English vernacular pots that were decorated by African American slaves. And so they really represent what you might consider to be the quintessential American melting pot. And so that South Carolina tradition migrated up to North Carolina, over in the western part of the state. And it just makes for a really interesting place to be a potter, especially a British-born potter. Coming to the South, I've found essentially the ceramic equivalent of the blues and bluegrass and jazz here in ceramic form, all these different elements coming together, and I'm able to improvise on those roots. And for me, it's electrifying.